And I'm delighted to be joined here by Jill, who's the Travel Trade Account Director for Visit Florida. Jill, how are you doing? It's great to have you with us.
I'm really well, Tom. Thank you very much. Yeah, really good, really good.
Brilliant stuff, brilliant stuff. And as this session is entitled, we're talking accessible travel in the Sunshine State. But just before we get into that, Jill, I believe there's a video that you'd like to show, which I think brilliantly brings to life all the different accessible travel options and the work that you've been doing in Florida around this topic as well, which I believe we can play now if that's the case.
Brilliant. Yes, please.
Oh, yeah, one problem. I think we have a slight wait for that video. It's just coming online in 1 second. It's definitely worth the wait. It's fantastic. It's a really positive and really interesting video for you all to watch. And we'll begin our conversation with Jill just momentarily when that's ready to go, which I'll just check if it is. I think it's ready now. Brilliant. Enjoy. That was brilliant stuff. I absolutely, I love that video. It's really, really, really good stuff. And Jill, to begin with, we wanted to ask just how important accessibility is to Florida as a state. What work's been done, what investments been being made. There's clearly a lot of work that they've done there.
Yeah, I mean, we surveyed all of our visitors, our UK visitors who were coming to Florida to find out, what their needs were, and we found out that out of the 1.1 million people that come to visit Florida every year, 12% of them had accessible needs. And when we surveyed that a bit further, we also found out that 32% of them needed more information. So we realised that whilst we have some great, we have great services and we have great facilities, there wasn't any one place for people to find that out. We were leaving it very much up to their own research, and it's such a vast state. We know how difficult it is to get those nuggets of information. So what we did was, over the past 2 years, we went out to all of our members. So I'm talking about tour companies, attractions, the local tourist boards, and asked them what adaptations and facilities they had. And we've put all of that information on an accessibility hub on our website. So it's a kind of a one-stop shop for all of that information that people might need. We've got about 8,000 different articles on there. And we've also got blog content, we've got videos. It's a great resource for anybody that's researching for Florida who's going on their own holiday. But it's also a brilliant resource for travel agents as well. So that, when you guys are researching things for your clients, you can go there and find it all, hopefully in one place. And it's a moving feast. We're adding to it all of the time, and I think we've just placed the link there in the chat. Sarah's just done that, so thank you very much. And we just know we want to be the best state in the US for people with access, for people with additional needs, and we really think we're doing, we're excelling in that field for sure.
Yeah, and that's a fantastic target to hit. And whereabouts do you think you are at the moment? Do you feel like you're kind of like leading the way, and is there more work to be done? And are there any particular areas that you're working on now with new attractions or new activities or focuses that our agents would like to know about?
To be honest, it wasn't as difficult a job as we thought, because when we reached out to our members, we realised that we've all... Sorry, I've just realised I've got a green glow down my face.
That's okay.
Sorry, when we reached out to our members, we realised we had, such great things that we needed to shout about already, really. But yeah, I mean, there's so many attractions and tour companies that are already set up. So, I mean, just to give you a brief. Um, I could go on all day name checking lots of different places, but one of the other interesting things we found out in our research was that when we asked people why they came to Florida, people with additional travel needs, why they kept coming back to Florida, we thought it would be the theme parks because that's what it is for most people. But actually, what came up on the top of the list was our beaches and our natural attractions and how well adapted they are. So that's been, it's great to hear that because Florida is such an outdoorsy state. We have 825 miles of coastline. So it was really good to be able to give them more information. So on the beaches, for example, you'll find beaches that have got lots of adaptations all around the state. But if I just name check a couple, Pensacola Beach up in the northwest, New Smyrna Beach on the east coast, there's Clearwater Beach on the west coast, and then Miami. All of those 4 beaches, which are very, very popular with UK visitors, they all have Moby mats on the beaches, which Moby mats are these non-slip mats, which means that getting onto the beach on a wheelchair, or if you're, if you're walking impaired, for example, it's much, much easier along the sand. So those Moby mats are there all year round, every day. The beaches also hire out beach wheelchairs, both manual and powered beach wheelchairs, and you can go and borrow those from the lifeguard stations, which means that physically impaired people can go and enjoy the beach very much every day. So that's fantastic on the beachfront. The theme parks also, well, as I said, people don't go for the theme parks. They do a fantastic job in all of the theme parks. And they're all amazing, but one of my favourites, and a lot of favourites for the Brits, is Peppa Pig World. And that is an autism certified site. So all of the people that work at Peppa Pig World are autism trained. But what they've really nailed is the queuing, which I know queuing isn't anything we really like to talk about, but it's a reality in theme parks. But they have designed areas, soft play areas and sensory areas, so that whilst the parents are queuing, the children are occupied. So that's, and that's a brand new theme park. And I think all theme parks moving forwards will start to have more of this, more of these services and start to look at design and things. It's amazing that there's people who have jobs that are about queue design, but there you go. That's the thing. That's
fantastic. Well, I don't think anyone will ever think about a theme park queue in the same way, and that's good to know that even that part of the journey has been given the focus it deserves. And finally, Jill, I'm just conscious we haven't got sort of too much time, but what would you say to an agent who was thinking, whose clients would like to go to Florida? They will have accessibility needs or additional needs, and where is the kind of the first port of call for them to go if they're thinking Florida with clients like that?
Yeah, I would say that, the accessibility hub that we've talked about already. We also have a chapter on our online training, floridatravelpro.com, and that has an accessibility chapter on it. There's a wealth of information there as well. And then also we have a YouTube channel which has playlists, and it has Floridians with additional needs enjoying some of our attractions. So you can really place yourself into those scenarios as well. So, and also, I'm here, I'm the UK representative. They can always email me and reach out to me as well. So yeah, there's lots of information, but we know that it's very, very difficult to draw everything out. So we can point you in the right direction for sure.
That sounds fantastic. It sounds like there's so much to enjoy and so much to do in Florida. And like you said, please contact Jill if you need any further information or any help with that. So that's brilliant stuff. And Sarah has just put the Florida Travel Pro online training link in the chat as well. So please do use that resource as well. And thank you to Visit Florida for partnering with us on our first accessibility focused seminar, which is brilliant. Jill, thank you so much. I'm just going to introduce our next session, which I think everyone will look forward to as well. So this is all about your clients and the advice that you can give them when it comes to accessible travel. Our panel of experts are going to share tips and advice on how best to support disabled clients and how agents can provide a welcoming environment from the start to the finish of their holiday. That's the next box there. If everyone would like to move across, or I think we are just automatically moved across into the next session, you'll join me with our panel there. But Jill, thank you once again for your support and for joining me today.
Thank you very much. Thanks, guys. Thanks for tuning in.